A Fateful Encounter. It was a very cold winter night in the city. Actually, it was summer, but it was still cold, and it was also snowing. Beat was skating along the sidewalk, appreciating the nighttime urban scenery, but he noticed that he was getting very hungry. He skipped both meals that day because he was too busy racing with all of the other Sega superstars. I wonder what's open at this time of night. Beat wondered until he saw until he saw an open KFC only a few feet in front of him. How does he miss it until it's Well, I was kind of craving KFC lately, Beat said. He went inside and ordered the largest bucket they had, along with a soda. As he received his meal, he sat down to eat it. It was as delicious as he had hoped. God, I feel like a fucking pig, said Beat, as he reached his hand to the greasy bucket and pulled out another piece and tore it apart with his teeth, with the grease covering the entire area around his mouth. But it's just too delicious. Danica Patrick was also at the same KFC. She always had a crush on Beat. The way he handled his car during races was so sexy to her. He was always so confident, as if he knew that he would finish each course, almost flawlessly. As she ate her meal, she looked on as Beat scarfed down his bucket of chicken. Pretty soon, Beat was finished with both his chicken and his soda. Man, Beat said aloud, I might actually need to buy more. Fucking hell, why am I so hungry? Danica Patrick overheard this, and as luck would have it, she was getting full, despite not finishing her bucket of chicken. If I offered to give Beat my leftover chicken, maybe I'd have a chance with him, she thought. But then she had another thought. Maybe I could get him to work for his chicken. She walked up to Beat's table to tell him of her offer. Hey, Beat, she said, sexily tapping on his shoulder. Beat was shocked and looked at Danica Patrick, surprised. What do you want? I heard that you're still hungry, even after eating all that chicken. I'm full, but I haven't finished my chicken. How about I give you the rest? Beat was too eager to comply, but before he could reach in the bucket, Danica stopped him. But before you have it, you're gonna need to give me something in return. What is it? Asked Beat. Wanting more chicken? Danica decided to do away with subtlety and grabbed Beat by his tongue. I don't know how she gets his tongue. I guess she just like puts it right in his mouth and just fucking yanks it out like she's starting a lawnmower or something. I love you. I've been attracted to you ever since I saw you race. And you know what? I want this tongue in my pussy, goddammit. Before Beat could react, she jammed a hand in his pants and grabbed his cock. And possibly even this too. Beat couldn't believe it. Danica took her hands off of Beat. Beat was shocked at the clear sexual harassment. The clear sexual harassment he received. But at the same time, he was aroused. He thought about how easy it would be to just buy more chicken. But at the same time, he wanted to please Danica. I'll do it. Good. I'll rent a hotel room. Danica firmly gripped Beat's arm and walked to a hotel. After renting a room, she took Beat up to it and pushed him on the ground. She then took off all her clothes and laid the bucket of chicken on the ground next to him. As Beat took off his coat, he asked, What are you going to do? Go and pick a piece of chicken, but don't eat it. That's for later. Danica offered Beat. He picked out a piece of chicken. If I can't eat it, what do I do with it? Asked Beat. Stick it in me, bitch. Fuck me with the chicken. What? Fuck me with the chicken. Pete quickly complied, shoving the chicken leg into Danica's vagina. He slowly inserted it in and out, with the greasy nature of the chicken making good lubricant. Oh, yes, harder. Pete increased his speed, and the depth of the fried chicken penetration. Oh, God, fuck yeah, that's amazing, said Danica, as Pete fucked her with the KFC chicken. After a while, she came, squirting vaginal discharge onto the chicken. Now you can eat it. I figured you'd enjoy my special... my special sauce, said Danica. Pete ate the vaginal drenched. Yes, vaginal drenched chicken. That's actually very good. What else do you want me to do? Take another piece of chicken and put it in my ass. Pete was shocked. He could get really... He could get really sick from eating ass chicken. But nevertheless, he did as he was told. He reached into the bucket and pulled out a chicken breast. He then fucked her ass with it. Danica Patrick moaned as Pete fucked her ass with the fried chicken. When they were done, Pete went to take the chicken out of her ass. But Danica told him not to. Leave it in my ass, said Danica. Oh my fucking God. Said Danica, I want to shit the chicken. I want to shit the chicken into your mouth. Open wide. Pete was having second thoughts, but he did as he was told. Danica grunted and squeezed, and eventually she shoved the chicken into Pete's mouth. Huh, said Pete, as he was eating Danica's ass chicken. You know, this isn't that bad. The poo stains kind of give it a unique flavor. Pete then finished the chicken breast and licked his lips. Now you can't have any more chicken until we're done, said Danica. What? Pete was taken aback by the news, but he sat and waited to see what Danica was planning on doing to him. Then he heard her whisper in his ear, lick my pussy with your sexy tongue. Sexy tongue, you KFC-hungry bastard. Pete then started to lick her vigorously. She ordered him to do it faster, and he increased his speed. He touched her slit as if he was scratching off a lottery ticket. He did it faster and faster until Danica came. Pete, after getting a substantial amount on his face, looked on as her vagina discharged liquid like a fire hose, and she screamed like a banshee. Her vagina had to be bursting for at least a minute. After he stopped staring in awe at the vaginal geyser, Pete looked down and got a shock. He was sitting in a 5-inch pool of Danica Patrick's pussy juice, and he had a raging erection. Danica noticed both of these things. I bet you're happy that I wanted to share chicken with you, said Danica, as she crawled over to Pete and started to lightly stroke his bulge. She then started to passionately tongue his beat as she slowly unzipped his pants. She got on top of him, but before she started, she had an idea. Pete, grab another piece of chicken. But I thought that... Forget what I said. Take a piece of chicken and... and stuff it inside of me with your dick." Pete then took another piece of chicken, another breast, and inserted the tip into Danica's vagina. He then took his dick and thrusted the chicken inside of her until it was in her womb. "Oh, yeah, Pete. The chicken feels so good in my the chicken feels so good in my pussy. Fuck me harder." Pete then started to penetrate Danica Patrick at an alarming speed. He occasionally felt the chicken brush up against his penis, but he pressed onward because Danica Patrick's vagina, combined with the lubricant provided by the greasy chicken, felt absolutely divine. Pete thrusted a few more times, and then he wrapped his arms tightly around Danica. He and Danica both came together. There was a big rush of pleasure. The big rush of pleasure was too much for them to handle. They moaned in delight for what seemed like minutes on end. They were satisfied, and Pete was finally able to get some more KFC. "That was great," said Pete. "Wait, you're not done," said Danica. Pete looked down at his dick, flaccid, covered in cum, and slightly sore. But I can't do any more." "Not with your penis," said Danica. "So what do I have to do?" asked Pete. "You'll have to... What the fuck? You'll have to shove your arm up my vagina and pull out the chicken." Pete mentally sighed, but he took his arm anyway and shoved it as far up Danica Patrick's vagina until he could get a firm grip on the chicken piece. He had then successfully pulled out the chicken. He looked at it. It was covered in vaginal discharge, some of his own semen, and even blood because of how far up it was shoved. How far up it was shoved. He then ate the chicken. "Meh, it tastes all right, but I'd rather just have regular KFC," said Pete. Danica Patrick gave him the rest of the bucket. There was still a substantial amount left. "That's definitely enough to fill me up," thought Pete. He then took another piece of chicken out of the bucket. Pete looked at the love juice surrounding him and remembered how great it tasted last time. So he took the chicken piece and dipped it in Danica Patrick's orgasm fluid. "Wow, this really does taste good," he thought. He ate the rest of the bucket. Some of the pieces he dipped in the pussy juice. Some did not. And it was the most satisfying meal ever. As Pete was getting ready to leave, he heard Danica call out his name. "Yes," asked Pete. "I love you." Pete then smiled, looking back at her. "I love you too." They locked gazes for a bit, and then they hugged each other farewell. Pete put away his penis, grabbed his coat, put it on, and walked out into the cold, illuminated night. As he crossed the road, he grinned widely. He knew that the rest of the GGs will notice his unusually calm, mellow demeanor, his cum-stained clothing, and his completely satiated appetite. He knew that, after noticing these, they will ask him what the hell happened when he was out. And he knew he could say, with pride, that it all started when he went to KFC. The end.